Alright, screw it. I'm gonna look it up. Yo, bam! Called it! Yong Yea. Yong Yea coming through! Yong Yea coming through! Let's go! Alright, Xbox face backlash after massive Game Pass price increase. I freaking knew somebody had to be. If I found out about this on Twitter, there's no way somebody on YouTube hasn't already discussed this. Let's check this out. And I'm sorry, what in the hell is that? All right, we're checking that out after. We're doing this and then this, and we're gonna go in this order, and then we're gonna call it a night. There's 3 videos for y'all. Bam! Look at that. I treat y'all so nice. All right, Monodachis, let's get into it. Yong Yea.
Okay, Xbox is really starting to lose me with these price increases. While we've seen price increases industry-wide, Xbox's increases, it feels like it's on another level. So it all be...
And I'm just gonna say this right off the bat right now. It's like $15 for Xbox Game Pass, the Ultimate Edition, I think. I could go my way of like being like, you know what? You know what? That's about how much I would have been paying, and I did for a while, for World of Warcraft. And I get a bunch of games. So I was like, you know what? That's worth it. That's definitely worth it. World of Warcraft was still a little exaggerated, I'll be completely honest, right? At that point. That's a premium game. I couldn't afford that for too long. That's like crazy. But back then, you were able to afford $15 a lot easier. $15 was like, good lord, $15. Like I can't get no $15 right now, man. Anyway, so it's kind of like a stressful situation with $15 a month. Now, if you go and double that price to, for what I heard was $30. I'm not sure though. This is why we're here to confirm. I think I'm gonna cancel. Like as soon as the or whatever what is it called, the grounded. As soon as the Grounded 2 beta, which by the way, the tarantula has been added into the game. If y'all really want me to play it, I'll play it. Y'all gotta let me know. But I'm gonna let y'all know right now. Once the beta is off of Xbox, or at least once I'm done with that game, once I'm done with Grounded 2 in general. Or how about this? Once Grounded 2 comes out, and is available on something other than Xbox Game Pass specifically, I'm pretty much gonna cancel Xbox Game Pass. Realistically speaking. Even though I've been using it this whole time for content on my channel, if you're gonna raise it to $30, I can't do $30 a month. You get what I'm saying? Like at that, like I just got all happy because I'm finally able to like go collect. And it's like not even like I go out of my way to do it. Like sometimes it's just like what the family drinks and like whatever like we got here, just normal everyday recycling. And then like every once in a while I'll find like a bunch of cans here and there. But like I collect cans from my house, from family, neighbors, stuff like that. And I use that money, that extra bit of money, to like pay for little services like this. Like lately, stuff like Monke. I got a mission pass on that, and I was like, ooh, nice, right? But now it's like, bro, I'm gonna have to do that. Like, if I wanted to keep Game Pass, not only would I have to do that, but I would have to do that just to be able to keep Game Pass. Now, I'm not struggling for money, by the way. I want to make this clear. It's not like I'm over here like, well, I mean, everybody does, right? Everybody needs money. But, I get my pay, I have money. I just don't like using my normal paychecks on like stuff like that, like a battle pass, a mission pass. That's like, all right, I like this video game and I want to support the developers. You get what I'm saying? You get where I'm coming from? But like, if you're gonna like, at this point, if Game Pass is gonna become like, I gotta go through that same stress just to like, you know what I'm saying? I gotta like come up with $30 to freaking give Xbox to just cause what? Cause, nah, just nah. For the same service I was already getting for 15? Nah.
Began back in May of 2025 when Xbox announced that they're going to be raising prices for hardware across the board. So, for example, right here we can see that the Xbox Series S5 12GB version went from $300 to $380. And then you've got price increases like the 2 terabyte version of Xbox Series X, which went from $600.
Oh, bro, I got a broken one that somebody threw into the dumpster, and it looks like it like turns on and then like turns off after a couple seconds. I'm pretty sure it's the battery, the power supply. So I'm just gonna replace it for like $20 or something. And if that works, I got an Xbox Series X for free, bro, for free.
To $730, just to name a few. And that was already like a pretty significant price jump that got people skeptical about the future of Xbox. Xbox is lagging behind compared to its competitors, and the price point being at that level certainly doesn't help optics for Xbox. But then
I'm also paying like $3 or $5? Like $5 a month for Nintendo. For their freaking service for like the Pokemon Bank and shiz. Canceling that shiz too, bro. How y'all gonna raise the price on the Nintendo Switch like that? Nah. I'm not gonna get the Nintendo Switch 2. I got the Switch 1 and it was cool and I used the service and like I like playing like the retro Nintendo Switch games. But like it's like what like right now I'd rather cancel it, save up, use those like $5 a month and save them up, buy an Elgato, a better one that has the aux port that works, and then I'll actually be able to play Nintendo games on stream through the Elgato, and then at that point I'll have a reason to pay the service again, so I can play like the retro games, like the old Nintendo games, like the old Nintendo games. But it's gonna be in the Switch 1, so I'm gonna cancel that too, though.
Then things got worse when on September 19th, 2025, it was announced that Xbox would be increasing prices yet again, with the Series S going.
Bro, they really be like, hey, it's not like we have to raise the prices because the economy is bad. It's like, yeah, fool. Like, why do you think we can't afford your games no more? Stupid. Shouldn't you be trying to lower the prices because the economy is bad to help us out? Nah, they said, nah, screw you, bro. I want more of your money now. Yeah, the economy's bad, so screw you even more. I'm gonna kick you while you're down.
From $380 to $400, and then the 2 terabyte version of the Series X going from $730.
Nah, son, I used to stand all these companies, bro. Now I'm a Xbox hater. I'm a PlayStation hater. Screw all. I'm a Nintendo hater, bro. I was the #1 defender for all these companies, bro. Like, I actually tried to broker peace between the 3 nations during the Great Console Wars. But like, bro, I'm done with all of y'all. I don't like y'all no more. PC,
to $800.
Everyone go
so
PC.
That means that since launch, Series S has gone.
Go PC and go GOG, because Steam is acting like a fool sometimes too.
$100 more expensive, and the 2 terabyte version of Series
Steam.
X since launch has gotten $200 more expensive. Microsoft also tried to follow Nintendo's pricing model and make their games $80, but that's something that they eventually had to backpedal on. So, for example, Outer Worlds 2 was planned to be $80 after Nintendo decided to essentially raise the floor by making Mario Kart World $80, thereby giving other companies permission to kind of push the boundaries on this to be $80. Also try to follow Nintendo's pricing model and make their games $80.
Oh, okay. Oh, nah, son, because I'm gonna be real with y'all. Outer Worlds 2, I love the Outer Worlds 1. So I'm actually hoping Outer Worlds 2 is like gonna be good. Some stuff I'm kind of like looking at like, it's not really the direction I was hoping they'd go. But I was kind of hoping to play it, right? But at $80, nah, son.
$80, but that's something that they eventually had to backpedal on. So, for example, Outer Worlds 2 was planned to be $80 after Nintendo decided to essentially raise the floor by making Mario Kart World $80, thereby giving other companies permission to kind of push the boundaries on this. But the backlash was bad enough that Outer Worlds 2 eventually was priced back down to $70, and it's something that for now.
Nah, so see, and they're gonna keep trying. The thing is, they're gonna keep trying to push this, and the thing is, they're gonna keep the reason why they try to push 80 is so that you'll be like, that's outrageous, and then they'll be like, all right, 70. You'll be like, all right, cool. It's like, no, go back to 60. I'm not like $70 is too damn much. That's too damn much, bro. That's $100 bill. That's $100 bill.
They're backing off on, but who's to say that
there's
they
no difference
won't in the future apply this new price point?
See, because 60 you can round it down to 50 and be like, that's a $50 bill. Plus, like, I'm not gonna, I'm gonna eat a cup of noodles for this week, and I'll save my $10 like that, right? But like, if you go at 60, but if you go at like 70, right? We go on 80. It's like, no, that's a $100 bill, bro. That's a $100 bill.
The Xbox ROG
That's a $100 bill.
Ally, whose price point was a little higher than people were anticipating. Initial reports suggested that price points for the ROG Xbox Ally and the Xbox Ally X would be $550 and $900 respectively. We learned recently that those price points are actually a little higher, with the official announcement placing the ROG X.
Oh, damn! Oh, hell nah, bro. I mean, hey, they can charge whatever the hell they want to charge. I just feel like right now, like, for the same reasons that they keep saying, hey, the economy's bad, it's like, yeah, that's why nobody's going to be able to afford this shit. It's not that nobody wants to buy. It's not. I don't even think this is like that nobody wants to buy it. I'm sure a lot of people want to buy it. Just like with the Nintendo Switch 2. Like, I'm sure a lot of people want to buy it. They just can't afford that shit, bro. I can't afford that. Excuse me, you kidding me? $1,000? Hell no.
Xbox Ally X at $1,000.
Oh, nah.
And the ROG Xbox Ally, the regular version.
That's like 3 months of paycheck, bro. Nah.
At $600. So it's been price increase galore for Xbox, and in large part it does have to do with tariffs, but then certain things like the digital distribution of games, tariffs shouldn't apply. So the attempted increase of game prices from $70 to $80 is not excusable when it comes to tariffs, and neither is the increase in price for Xbox's subscription model, Xbox Game Pass. That's right, on top of everything else, every other area where Xbox has significantly increased prices, they're doing the same for what is kind of their flagship service. There are already indications of this yesterday on September 30th, 2025, when people noticed that Xbox put out the following statement saying, quote, starting October 1st, you will no longer be able to directly redeem your rewards points for Xbox Game Pass subscriptions. To continue enjoying Xbox
I had so freaking many! What the hell am I supposed to do with them now?
Game Pass using your rewards points, you now need to first redeem your rewards points for an Xbox gift card and then redeem your Xbox gift card for your desired Game Pass subscription. But yeah, they essentially made the
Why you gotta complicate it like that? Just let me freaking use my stupid points, you stupid.
process of redeeming rewards points for Xbox Game Pass subscriptions have significantly more friction. But the big headliner is the way Xbox
I don't got like a lot, but like the 1 or 2 games that I buy and stuff, I got like a lot because it was like a special or some stupid thing like that. But like, so it's like I wanted to like use them for like to like save up on a month or something, and like use that money towards like a game or something. But then you gotta do that, like why you gotta do that to me?
Ultimate, which is the version that includes all the features, and it's the one that you really want, has increased its price, its monthly price, significantly. We're talking about a 50% price increase from $20, which is what it was before, to now $30 a month, which means that Game Pass Ultimate now costs $360 a year. And then beyond that, PC Game Pass prices increase as well.
Damn, bro, it is $20, huh? That's a $20 bill, bro. Damn. I used to pay like 10, was it 15 for WoW? That's $20. Damn, that's a $20 bill. But see now you saying 30. See, when you go to the ATM, they give you 20s. So like in my mind, that's a $40 service. I'm done.
From $12.
This is that's brokenomics. I'm sorry, but like you know what's because like there's like taxes. So it's like it's not just 30, it's 30 and change. So that's $40, bro. Nah, that's brokenomics right there. Nah. Brokenomics says I can't afford this anymore.
To $16.50 a month. And reactions to this announcement have been very negative, with top replies to this announcement including comments like, when I said I wanted the 360 era back, I didn't mean $360 a year. Here we have somebody else, Tom Warren, putting in more context, saying that means
that is so much.
$360 a year, which is more than the Xbox Series S priced at $300 when it first launched.
Yeah, at that point, just buy the freaking Xbox. Like, what the hell? I'm canceling pretty much. Pretty much once I'm able to buy, like, once I'm able to buy Grounded 2, like on a different platform, or even on Xbox, I like though I frankly don't want to, like, if I'm able to, like, avoid having to. I got like what Days of the Dead, whatever the hell that game was. I got like a couple games on the Xbox thing, so I kind of have to freaking leave the freaking thing, like.
This price increase, Xbox did try to add more features to Game
I
Pass
guess I kind of
Ultimate.
have to leave
so
it.
things like the addition of Ubisoft
Well,
Plus
no, I guess I can use it on my Xbox. I don't have to leave it installed on my PC. The launcher? Not necessarily.
Classics and EA Play.
No, it is $15. I was right. Yeah, that's the one I got right now. Or wait, is it $50? Oh, that's the new one. Oh, they're bringing it down to 15. So you increased it to 20 just so you can drop it back down to 15, and then add a $30 option. Get bent. 50 plus games, 200 plus games, 400 plus games. Yeah, then you're gonna change it to $50, and you're gonna do this again later on. Like, nah, get bent. I'm done.
Included now with Fortnite Crew coming in November.
You know what? I might even just wait. I might even just like cancel. I might even just like honestly, cause I ain't trying to fight this freaking tarantula either. I might just honestly just cancel it and then buy it Grounded 2 when it's like fully released. If y'all really want me to fight the freaking tarantula because of my arachnophobia and whatnot, like I'll freaking do it, like with Burrito and Caos. But I'm pretty much done. I'm not affording that. I'm pretty much done.
Library, so on and so forth. Whether those additions actually add value will depend on a player-by-player basis.
I don't even make no money off of Twitter, off of like Twitch or YouTube or nothing.
The
so
fact
like
that a bunch of Assassin's Creed games have been added, and games like Hogwarts Legacy.
Even if like I can't even use the content.
Plenty of Ubisoft titles in particular have recently been added. And if you're someone who plays a lot of games,
sorry, this guy's loud, right? Is it a little too loud? Let me drop it down a little bit more.
every month and you haven't played a lot of the recent additions, then the value might be there. But for a lot of folks, it's starting to feel like Xbox Game Pass's value is diminishing significantly with how quickly prices, monthly fees are increasing. A 50% increase is pretty substantial. And then combine that with price increases elsewhere across the board, like Xbox hardware being roughly 30% more expensive than the initial launch MSRP, combined with the Xbox ROG Ally X being more expensive than anticipated at $1,000, and then the attempted increase of the AAA first-party game releases from $70 to $80, which they did backpedal on, but that doesn't mean that that backpedal is permanent. You've got...
Bro, they really said, we gotta make sure Timmy don't get nothing for Christmas.
A situation where the Xbox ecosystem as a whole
it's just before Christmas,
way
bro.
Too expensive. And when you've got a platform that is falling woefully behind competition like Nintendo and PlayStation, this kind of price increase can be woefully detrimental. Nintendo and PlayStation offer their own subscription services as well, and with these kinds of price increases, those competing propositions just suddenly look significantly better. And while
yeah, like I said, what did I say at the beginning of this? At this point, I'd rather cancel both services, save up my money, buy a new Elgato, because you have to understand. Is that a good idea? He likes it. He likes the idea. Doggo likes the idea. He said, that we got the approval. We got the approval. You heard that? That was on the spot, bro. That was on the spot. Like, no, he's all happy. Oh, that was on the spot, though. We're gonna go ahead and save up our monies. Yeah. And we're gonna go ahead and get a brand new Elgato. We're gonna with the aux cable working, cause it works, right? You can see, obviously you can see my screen, so the Elgato works. But the problem is that I can't connect my headphones to the Elgato, so I can hear the audio in real time. I'm technically hearing everything about like 5 seconds later than you guys are, and that sucks. So and what the issue is that if I connect it to the Nintendo Switch, the audio goes to the Elgato and not to like the Switch. So if I plug headphones in to be able to hear the game, then y'all can't hear the game in the stream. And if y'all are hearing the game in the stream, then I can't like hear it in my headphones, and that sucks. But that's why you have that pass through on the Elgato. But anyway, point being is that's why I haven't like I just been kind of hoping this thing would like just die and like stop working so I could just get a new one. This thing's just like stubborn. But that's what happens when you buy refurbished stuff. You know, sometimes you gotta live with that.
Xbox has released some really good games.
Oh, but deadass though, if honestly though, if I bought a brand new Elgato, I would be way ballsier and I'd try to like rip this thing open and fix it, you know, see if I can solder it or like whatever the hell it needs.
The last few,
Or even just replace
months
it. I mean,
and
just
years,
a
it
little
doesn't
aux cord.
change the fact that compared
Depending
to the
on
system
how it
sellers
is
that
inside,
you
you
get
know?
on Nintendo and PlayStation, on that front, Xbox just doesn't feel like they've quite matched the level of the competition. So in terms of the software,
Oh, then at that point, I'd rather just buy the freaking the Nintendo. I was trying to get to that point. The point is that at that point, I would just buy the Nintendo service, and rather than playing Xbox Game Pass games, we would basically turn the channel into like a retro classic Nintendo gaming center. You know what I'm saying?
and games output that Xbox is offering from a first-party perspective, and the fact that exclusives are no longer really exclusive, the value really starts to diminish significantly when it comes to like owning an Xbox or being fully ingrained in the Xbox ecosystem. Given its current
Yeah, you think they would like just be happy with the amount of money they're making right now, and instead give you other even better incentives
present circumstances, the last thing
rather than
Xbox
trying to
needs right
take
now
away
is these kinds of aggressive
the benefits
price
you currently
increases.
have.
With hardware, it's a little bit more understandable.
Like rather than trying to make it more worth the like rather than being like, hey, we're adding a $30 option with bonus with even more cool stuff, so you get to keep everything as it is, but now there's another option that's $30 and it has bonus stuff. No, now they're gonna charge you $30 for the same thing. It's like no,
Because of tariffs, though even then
they're taking
Xbox
away
price
what you already
increases
got.
are just so significant compared to the competition that it looks like a much less compelling value proposition. But then when you look at the software side of things where tariffs don't apply, whether it's the price of digitally sold games or the price of subscription services like Game Pass, that stuff seeing such a significant price increase, it's just going to be a harder sell for a platform that already is falling way behind. You can see responses to, for example, Xbox Game Pass's recent post, 2 words, more rewards. The responses from the community from this official Xbox Game Pass post indicate a general lack of positive sentiment, with people saying things like sorted and showing just the fact that they've recently canceled their Xbox Game Pass subscription. Scrolling further down, you'll find people saying things like 3 words, 30 frickin' dollars, so on and so forth. More screenshots of subscription cancellations. Another person saying 2 words, more expensive. So yeah, these recent price announcements, these recent price increases.
It like legit. If they don't make an announcement soon, I'm gonna schedule like a day for us to like go back and like with Burrito and all them and fight the freaking tarantula, and then I'm pretty much call it there. Oh, I'll tell you what though, we gotta finish Expedition 33, so we can do both. We're gonna wrap up Expedition 33 and we're gonna wrap up Expedition 33 and wrap up the freaking the grounded like gameplay, and then we can just sort of like cancel it.
Have continuously generated more and more bad will. And look, that's not to say that for some $30 a month for access to hundreds of games that you don't own, but that you do get to have access to if you're someone who plays games frequently on a monthly basis, won't be of good value to certain individuals. But generally,
hey, you got it like that. You got it like that. I don't got it like that. That's a fact.
Aggressiveness of marked up prices for software and hardware, it's getting to a point where it's starting to feel untenable, where it's starting to feel like the value proposition of Xbox Game Pass is just not worth what it once was. A lot of those like great value proposition elements that Xbox pitched, so with the Xbox Series S, for example, now its marked up price no longer making it as viable of a console given its weak power compared to competing consoles. And now with Xbox Game Pass, the subscription being so much higher now that you have to question now whether you want to get something like this instead of it being a good companion to purchasing premium price games at $70, of which you can buy roughly 5 of and then meet the yearly price point of Xbox Game Pass, except those 5 AAA games that you buy at $70 you actually get to keep, and it's yours and it's not dependent on subscription. When you look at all of these other factors now and the competition, you realize that the price increases really diminish the value of all.
Nah, for me, the biggest value was the fact that I had an unlimited, like, a library of games to play on stream. But if that's gone, I got a back catalog of stuff on Steam. Like I'm not gonna struggle for games for a minute. You feel me? We're fine. By the time I'm done with the library of games that I already got, I'll save up enough monies to like buy a new game. Like don't worry about that.
Of Xbox's ventures. Like when you really think about it, for $360 a year for Game Pass Ultimate, you might as well get a good combination of, you know, like full price AAA games and indie games that are, you know, priced at lower than your premium price point.
No, bro, $30 a month is one indie game a month. That's 12 indie games a year. Like no, like I could like there are so many $30, $20 indie, $15 indie games, $10 indie games. You just go and buy one of those. Like buy one of those a month.
And you'll get a lot of games for $360 that might make that value better than just getting an Xbox Game Pass Ultimate, because, you know, not only can you get a decent volume of games, but you actually get to keep those games, and they're not tied behind a subscription. You can access those for a very long time without any strings attached. But as we wait and see how all this will ultimately impact Xbox as a platform and Xbox Game Pass as a subscription service, whether this will diminish subscriptions, increase subscriptions, and what subscription rates will look like moving forward, while we wait for those results, I'd love to hear what your thoughts and opinions are on recent price increases. Do you think Xbox is justified? Do you think Xbox Game Pass is still a good value at $30 for the Ultimate version? Or do you foresee all of this being hugely detrimental to the Xbox platform and its longevity as a whole? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and to be further updated on all things gaming news, reviews, and discussions, stay tuned right here on Yong.
Listen, is it a good deal? Is it a good service? Yes, absolutely. It's a monthly service for a butt ton of game, and a near unlimited amount of games. You're just never gonna run out of games to play. You're never gonna run out. At $30, I can't afford it. At $30, it's not worth it. It's not worth it in my opinion, because I could just, at $30, I could just save up the $30 every single month and just go buy a full-fledged game. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like I rather, like, I'm patient. Like, I don't need, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, by the time I beat a game that I already bought, I'll be able to save up enough money for, like, another game. You get what I'm saying? Like, you just save up money. That's not a problem. I freaking, like, I'll eat a cup of noodles every day if it comes down to it, but, like, it's just not, it's just, like, it's not logical. It's not good business. You get what I'm saying? Of course it's a good value, but just because it's a good value doesn't mean that you can just charge whatever the hell you feel like. I think a lot of people are going to cancel for two major reasons. One, doesn't matter how good the value is. $30 is $30. That's $30. To most people's, like, in brokeonomics, that's either two $20 bills, which is $40, or that's a $50, or that's $50, which is half of 100. That's brokeonomics right there. So nobody's gonna, like, logic that out in their head like, oh hell yeah, that makes sense to me. It's like, nah, son, nah. On top of that, it's a service that you were already offering, and now you're gonna increase the price. Like, it's nah. Instantly you lose everybody that was already, like, well, the vast majority, I think of people you would lose just based on principle, because they don't want to be charged for the same service that they were. Ayoo, Monodachis! Thank you so much for watching this video. Please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. You can also find links to the videos that we reacted to today down in the description below, along with my Oshi marks. I'll see you in the next video, Monos. Goodbye, and thank you so much for swinging by. Salut!